Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this video is on quadratic inequalities. So here we have our first problem, and it says x squared is less than or equal to 49. So the first thing we want to do is sketch the graph of x squared. So that's going to just simply be like this, because the graph we want to sketch is y equals x squared, which gives us this shape. Now we can go about solving it. So we've got x squared is less than or equal to 49. So that's going to give us x is less than or equal to the square root of 49. And when we square root 49, we get x is less than or equal to plus or minus 7. Because when you square 7, it gives us 49. But when we square minus 7, it also gives us 49. So that means when x is equal to minus 7 or 7, are the points we're looking at, and we want when x is less than 7 or minus 7. So what we want is the bit in between. So we want this area shaded here. So how we're going to write that is minus 7 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 7. And that's the inequality x squared is less than or equal to 49 solved. So here we have our second problem. It says solve the inequality x squared is less than 9 and represent it on a number line. So what we want to start by doing is solving it to see what x is less than. So we've got x squared is less than 9. So x is less than the square root of 9. And the square root of 9 gives us that s is less than plus or minus 3. Because 3 squared is 9, but minus 3 squared is also 9. And then when we draw a number line, we need to have our lowest number as minus 3 and our highest number as 3. And then fill in between, so we need minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, and 2. And because it's less than, we need open circles. So then we just join them up with a line in the middle, and that's the inequality x squared is less than 9 represented on a number line, because these open circles mean less than, and if it had have said less than or equal to, we'd have drawn them as closed circles like that. Here we have our third problem. It says solve the inequality x squared plus x minus 6 is less than 0. So the first thing we're going to do is sketch it, just do a rough sketch, because then we'll know where we were looking for the inequality. So x squared is going to give us this sort of shape, but because it says plus x, we're going to move it 1 to the left, and because it says minus 6, we need to move it 6 down. So our general shape is going to be like this, where it crosses at minus 6, and the minimum point here is minus 1. Now, when we solve it, we have x squared plus x minus 6 is less than 0. So this can be factorised. So we're going to end up with 2 brackets, both with an x in the front. And our numbers inside are going to be plus 3 and minus 2 is less than 0. Now if we expand that out to do a quick check, x times by x gives us x squared. X times by minus 2 gives us minus 2x. 3 times by x gives us plus 3x, and then 3 times by minus 2 gives us minus 6, which when we simplify gives us x squared plus x minus 6. So we know we factorised it correctly. Now because it says x plus 3, x minus 2 is less than 0, our values of x are either going to be minus 3 or 2, because the signs flip when we put x equals. Now to find out how we're going to write that as our inequality, we need to look at what it says. So it says less than 0. So where our graph is like this, where it crosses at 6 and its minimum point is at minus 1, we want everything less than 0. So we want everything below this area here. So what that means we need to have is minus 3 is less than x, which is less than 2, because these points are the points it crosses, so we know it crosses at 2 and minus 3, and we want the values in between, So minus 3 is the smallest value of x we can have, and 2 is the largest. And we know it's not equal, like less than or equal to, because in the original equation it just said less than. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below any topics I can make a video on to help you out. Also be sure to check out my social media, which are all in the description box below.